Hi guys, today I'm going to give you 9 tips or rules to make sure you get better sleep. Now let's start first with just talk a little bit about what poor sleep is, why you might actually be watching this video because you need to get better sleep. So if you're someone that is either having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, so more than 5 minutes to fall asleep, that could be an issue. Certainly if you're getting up in the middle of the night once, twice, 3 times just to wake up and it takes you time to fall back asleep, obviously that's a concern too. And really diminishes your sleep quality. Also, if you're someone that wakes up and you don't feel rested when you get up, you may be having issues with sleep quality as well. So I'm gonna give you 9 rules or 9 tips to make sure that you're doing the very best job you can to make sure you get good sleep. So the first one, simple but not always easy to do, but that is to have a schedule so that you go to sleep at the same time and you wake up at the same time. What this does, it will train your body that this is your rhythm to falling asleep and waking up. And so it will, when you do this, to falling asleep and waking up at those times more easily. The next tip or rule is to have some type of routine. So some type of wind down period. Often this is very helpful if you're someone that is having trouble falling asleep. So kind of let our minds wind down. So a routine you can do is to make sure that you're not indulged in any electronics or anything that's stressful an hour before you go to bed. Sometimes even reading something that is not learning but takes your imagination away. So like a novel or something, some type of fiction would be helpful. Even just sitting calmly, almost like meditating, that can be quite helpful to get your body ready to be rested. The next tip or rule is to sleep in a cool room. So temperature that your body likes to be at nighttime, and so cooler is better than warmer. So what this will do is, without getting into too much of the science, what will happen is when you're in a cooler room is more of your blood flow is going to be in the central circulation. And so actually what that will do is create a deeper sleep for you and make sure you get more restful sleep. The next one, along with having a cool room, is to have a dark room. And so melatonin is one of these hormones that helps regulate your sleep. And so the darker the room, the better. Light in your room can stop melatonin production. Actually, it doesn't take that much light at all to do this. So if you can get your room as dark as possible, you can have blackout curtains, even a nightlight, you want it dark as you possibly can be. If for some reason you can't do that, sleep mask is a really good alternative as well. The next tip or rule is to avoid stimulants. So this is not to say avoid stimulants altogether, but you do want to avoid after 2 p.m., particularly caffeine, because it can disrupt your sleep cycle. So particularly if you're someone that's waking up multiple times throughout the night or even having trouble falling asleep, try limiting your caffeine after 2 p.m. or even earlier to help get you better sleep. The next one is to make sure you're not eating too close to bedtime. So good rule of thumb is 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed that you haven't eaten. Particularly if you're someone that has heartburn or you get reflux type symptoms, you want to follow this because this will keep you up at night if you're eating too close to bedtime. Next tip is avoid alcohol prior to bed as well. So same thing, I would say 3 to 4 hours depending on how much alcohol you're drinking. That what the alcohol is going to do is going to really disrupt your sleep quality. So the quality of sleep will be less and you will have less deep cycle sleep. So deep cycle sleep is where your body is like recovering and creating hormones and kind of recovering for the day. So you definitely do not want to disrupt that. The next one is to make sure that you're exercising regularly. Multiple studies have shown that people are exercising regularly, their sleep quality is much better. Now this won't be something that will necessarily work right away. It will take some time. It may take a week, it may take a month before you notice exercise having an impact on your sleep quality, but it definitely will. And so the last but not least tip to help improve your sleep quality is to do only sleep in your bed or have sex. I suggest you do not do other activities in the bed. You really want to train your mind that the bed is for very limited activities. So watching TV, playing games, or even having like deep, meaningful conversations, not the best place to have in your bed if you want to sleep better. We found this helpful. Comment below if you have other questions. Please share or subscribe.